Jillian Wustenberg. Does that name sound familiar? Probably not, but once I show you this picture, you'll definitely get an understanding as to who she is when this is all said and done. So, in an afternoon in Michigan at a Chipotle, this incident happened where this mother and her daughter were both walking, I guess, out of the Chipotle or in, one of the two, and West Wustenberg, however you say her last name, bumped in to the woman's daughter, and it seemed kind of like on purpose. So Tequila Hill is the woman's name, and her daughter, kind of gave a little smart-ass remark saying, excuse you, when we're just going to say Jillian bumped into her. And what does Jillian do? Well, at first it's just a shouting match, words are being exchanged and whatnot, and there's no need to really defend yourself. It's just words at this point. Nothing's going to happen. A mother is with her daughter, and that should be that. By the way, the daughter's 15. Not that that matters, I guess, in this situation, but the daughter was a minor in this situation, so it's not like Jillian could hit her or anything. She would have faced criminal charges if she did, but she still might be facing some sort of criminal charge because, as you can tell by the picture, Jillian thought it'd be a good idea to pull out her gun in this situation. Now, I'm going to clarify, just before any of you start talking, I am fine with people who want to own guns for protection and hunting. Do you. That's fine. But just know that not every situation that you get yourself into doesn't involve a gun all the time. In this situation, Jillian didn't need to pull out her gun. There was no need. She wasn't in danger. It was just a mother and her daughter talking shit, and the best thing she could have done was probably just walk away from the situation. Again though, Jillian's husband didn't seem to do anything in the situation. He could have just been like, whoa babe, not necessary, and been like, you guys need to go, all this kind of stuff. He just kind of sat in his car and did nothing, and then I think he was the driver of the car who almost pulled back and hit somebody when they were pulling out of the driving spot. And I don't know, this incident got ugly, and I do not want to show you the video clip just because it's cringe to watch, because this woman thinks she's in the right to just pull out her gun for some reason, and she was arrested and whatnot, but just think about, what if she pulled the trigger? There could be bigger charges here. A daughter could be without her mother, a mother could be without her daughter, or they both could be gone because of a stupid mistake she would have decided to make. I'm glad she didn't pull the trigger, but at the same point in time, like I said, this never escalated to a point where a gun needed to be involved, and that's where my problem with some gun owners come in, is that just because they think they own a gun, that every time they get themselves into a bad situation, they have to flaunt their gun off. They're basically just looking for an excuse to use their gun and use the self-defense method, and this is what Jillian was doing in this case. I didn't care beforehand if I knew she had a gun. I wouldn't have cared beforehand. She has it for protection, so what? But in this certain situation, there was no need for it at all. These girls are not going to hurt you. It's just a verbal shouting match. Let's all handle this like adults and just get over it and leave. Don't make it out here like I'm saying that Tequila Hill and her daughter are not off the hook. They kind of, I don't want to necessarily say started it, because if Jillian did bump Tequila's daughter's shoulder, then that's kind of starting it. But with the verbal shouting and stuff, they aren't off the hook for this yet. But again, when does that clarify that they're attacking you and you need to pull your gun out and threaten them with violence, even though nothing's really violent here? It's just a shouting match with words. So yeah, I mean, even at that, it's like the only time you should pull your gun out in a situation where you feel worried is if the other person has some sort of weapon of some sort, anything, or you're surrounded. If you're about to get in a fist fight one-on-one with somebody, you should man up and just fist fight, because you have a better chance at getting off on a fist fight than you do getting off shooting someone who can potentially die from this situation if you do shoot them. So yeah, I'm glad she got arrested. I'm not sure why her husband got arrested, but he did too. And I hope she gets charged, because this is just inconceivable behavior. And I'm not even looking at the color of the skin. I'm just looking at this as, this was such an inconvenience and such a situation that didn't need to escalate like it did, and then it was made worse by somebody bringing their gun out. Nobody's really talking about this situation that much, and it really aggravates the hell out of me that people like this don't get the negative attention that they deserve. I'll give Miss Jillian all the attention she wants, but I'm giving her the attention because I want you to be like, oh, this woman sucks. This woman is a scumbag of a human being who only did this to show it off, show off her gun because she felt she was in danger for some reason. It's like, no. That's basically it. Again, I'm going to reiterate. I have no problem with people wanting to own guns for self-defense and hunting. Just in this situation overall, there didn't need to be one out. You can tell me in the comments below your thoughts on this situation, and until then, stay safe out there, and I will catch you all in the next one.